It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They run it with Carson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. The play fake. Here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd down at 4. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing on first down is Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. So, great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 miles.
From the gun, it's Lance. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And the Niners are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Mostert. And touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw on second and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say, when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
From the 35 on second down, Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance.
Dancing to his left.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Lance.
This is caught. Touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
That's complete to DK Metcalf.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun. Lance sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And Lance now to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Lance flush. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
And Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 112 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Lance now on first down. Catch is made by Hurd. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Rolling to his right. Toward the pylon. Caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 1. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. On play action, Lance. They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense, as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Out to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. Going for Hurd on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Tackled by Emmanuel Mosley.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Sliding out of the pocket. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
A big play there on the catch and run.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold-up 4 fingers college.
Mostert hit and he drops the ball.
And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they end up running themselves out of time.
They'll try the left side. Carson. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Rolling to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen Hurd there to make the grab. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big play there for Seattle. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, a good move at the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now Mostert off the read option, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He'll bunt, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The Charles on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.